जो बच्चे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में एडमिशन लेते हैं फॉर मास्टर्स एंड डॉक्टर्स, उनको रिसर्च पेपर 1-1 लाख में बेचा जाता है। डूइंग अ पीएचडी से ना आपको कोई जॉब मिले। अगर आप सोचते हो कि यू आर गोइंग टू गो इन R&D, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, अनफॉर्चुनेटली द बजट ऑफ आवर कंट्री व्हेन इट कम्स फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट, ऑन पेपर बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द रियलिटी ऑफ दैट बजट, अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी डोंट सी इट। डीबीए लोग क्यों चूज कर रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन डीबीए क्यों इंडिया में आ रही है? बिकॉज इंडियन मार्केट इज बूमिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ द सैलरीज नाउ पीपल आर ड्रॉइंग एंड दे लाइक कि बॉस आई वांट अ प्रैक्टिकल डॉक्टरेट, मुझे रिसर्च पेपर्स नहीं लिखने हैं, बिकॉज इंडिया इज नॉट अ कंट्री जिसको रिसर्च, वी आर नॉट नोन फॉर रिसर्च। अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी रिलाई ऑन अदर कंट्रीज रिसर्च फॉर आवर ओन कंट्री ऑल्सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू एजुकेशनल रिसर्च, डेली वेज वर्कर्स। सो डीबीए, why it will replace MBA completely in a country, especially when I talk about online DBA, because 95% से ज़्यादा जो वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल जिन्होंने MBA नहीं की और अब उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ में 10 साल काम कर लिया, 12 साल काम कर लिया, they are at good positions, they are, as I told you, financially very sound. Why would they go back to doing an MBA? They would go for straight DBA, because DBA is what we call a terminal qualification. It's a doctorate of business administration. Unemployability of college graduates हमारे ऊपर सिर्फ साउथ अफ्रीका है and Iran, and then it's us.
So hello and welcome back everyone, and today we have with us Dr. Karandeep Singh ji. Welcome sir.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you
so
so much.
he will be talking more about the change in the Indian education system and the trending programs and the dark reality of education system.
Absolutely.
So let's get started, and sir, at first we wanted to know about your complete experience.
So see, my experience when it comes to education has been a very interesting journey. I started working with companies like Apple back in the UK, which was into learning and development, and I got an opportunity to come into the Indian education system, working as a vice principal with some of the good groups and curriculum director with GD Goenka University.
So that means you have worked in some of the biggest industries that people dream of working, and edtechs and in universities as well. So all the different sectors.
Absolutely.
So at first you have done a lot of work into MBAs or PhD, or this is newly introduced program that is in India, that is online DBA.
Oh, yeah.
So we wanted to know more about what is PhD and how different is online DBA.
See, gone are the days in India जब हम बोलते थे कि PhD एक बहुत बड़ा हाईएस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन है, इससे आगे हम people used to love the idea कि I'm a doctor, academic doctor. A typical PhD guy, unfortunately, I hate to see it, has no value in India anymore. Doing a PhD से ना आपको कोई जॉब मिले। अगर आप सोचते हो कि you're going to go in R&D, research and development, unfortunately the budget of our country when it comes from the government, on paper बहुत अच्छा लगता है, but when it comes to the reality of that budget, unfortunately we don't see it on ground. Whereas a DBA is a working professionals doctorate. DBA लोग क्यों चूज कर रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन DBA क्यों इंडिया में आ रही है? बिकॉज इंडियन मार्केट इज बूमिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ द सैलरीज नाउ पीपल आर ड्रॉइंग एंड दे लाइक कि बॉस आई वांट अ प्रैक्टिकल डॉक्टरेट, मुझे रिसर्च पेपर्स नहीं लिखने हैं, बिकॉज इंडिया इज नॉट अ कंट्री जिसको रिसर्च, वी आर नॉट नोन फॉर रिसर्च। अनफॉर्चुनेटली we rely on other countries' research for our own country also. When it comes to educational research, we don't have, हम स्कूलों में कभी भी ये कल्चर नहीं दिखाते हैं कि जो जहाँ तक बताया उतना ही करो, क्वेश्चन नहीं करना। रिसर्च का पहला वर्ड क्या होता है कि पूछो, क्वेश्चन, आस्क, इंक्वायर, बट वी डोंट हैव दैट माइंडसेट. So because of that, a typical professional is always looking at a practical output. India is a country of jugaad. So TBA is the best jugaad in education right now, because every working professional who has a good income is like, I want a DBA because I want to be the leader, I want to be the next CEO. And why would I do a PhD for 3 years, 4 years, where I have absolutely no direction of going into business? So unfortunately, the mindset, maybe for a good reason, has changed. But you would see by 2030 a complete change because of how AI has come into online DBA, which is going to be the next big thing.
So it is kind of a perfect program for working professionals, and it is also good for someone who wants to get into education industry only, like wants to become a professor, which is normally people do after doing a PhD program.
Absolutely it is. See, you rightly pointed out a very good point that any working professional who wants to elevate their career, They will never go for a typical PhD. They will go for a DBA. Now, on the other hand, a lot of PhDs, जिन्होंने PhD कर ली, they're sitting on a 20-35 government job university salary. They're doing DBAs because they want to get into corporate universities in India. Now, tomorrow, if you want to work for, let's say, big names which are coming in India like Birmingham, you want to work for Cardiff, a typical PhD is going to get you an assistant professor job. You will possibly get, a decent salary of 50, 60. That's not going to give you anything. So, salary growth is directly proportional to getting the right kind of qualification, जिसमें practicality है, right? Practicality means आपकी जो डिग्री आप कर रहे हो, when you do a doctorate in business administration, you're a business guru, you're a thought leader. PhDs are not giving you that curriculum, that syllabi, that kind of a direction where you can become a thought leader. और हमारी industry जो है, we respect thought leaders more.
If I do PhD, then I can become a professor or assistant professor or like the principal or dean of the university or school. But after doing online DBA, I can become all of this, and like I can even join some corporate, some big corporate. I can become CXO, CTO.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the mark. Absolutely, because see, a typical guy who was wanting to become even a principal of a typical university, how many colleges or universities do we have? So it's a saturation, market में saturation है. A typical principal who takes up a job is going to stick to a job for the next 5 to 10 years. Now, if you reverse the role, for a typical guy who was in education, he says, I want to go into edtech. मुझे corporate governance में जाना है, मुझे corporate education में काम करना है. A typical PhD does not have they have what we call critical thinking, but they don't have innovative thinking. Innovative thinking comes from a doctorate in business administration, simply because DBA, I always say, is the new MBA. Nobody is now interested even in doing MBAs. If you've done your post-graduation, you can straight away go for DBA. Why? Because DBA, एक तो highest qualification भी है in business. Second important factor is employability. आपकी जो प्रोफाइल है आज की डेट में, what you have done as a qualification doesn't matter so much, but who you are matters a lot too. So DBA is a brand builder. It places you as an individual in the market in the right way. A typical PhD does not allow you to do that. I'm not saying that I'm against PhD. Had we been a country like Finland, or had we been a country even like the UK, where we had a research culture hota hamari country, where right from starting we had built amazing universities like the University of Oxford, Cambridge, we had Harvards from the US or Princeton, we could be proud in saying that yes, we've patented quite a bit, we have researched quite a bit, but we're not that country. We're a country of practicality, and right now that practicality है जो exponentially grow कर गई है. Therefore, DBA is the best solution.
And the fact is, if you do PhD in India, it is more about domestic works. They let you do domestic works. अपना घर का काम करवाएंगे, आपको abuse भी करेंगे. And even there are many colleges, many universities, I'm not going to name that, जो universities में भी काम करवाते हैं. And it's a very long procedure. Like you'll have to spend like 6 or 7 years. और आपने अगर JRF clear नहीं करा है, then you will not even being मतलब आपको stipend भी नहीं मिलने वाला.
Absolutely. That's a very important point that you brought up. See, India में हम बोलते हैं कि entrepreneurship से change आया, we are a startup economy. Technically, yes, we are the second largest startup economy. But हम ये चीज़ भूल जाते हैं. A typical college आज की डेट में भी 90% colleges, and you're right, हम नाम नहीं ले सकते, but लेना चाहना चाहिए, but नाम नहीं ले सकते, because 90% colleges अभी भी क्या देखते हैं, अच्छा आपने UGC नेट क्वालिफाई किया है, नहीं किया है तो आप प्रोफेसर नहीं बन सकते. और जो कि अब इंडिया में चेंज आ रहा है, वी ब्रिंगिंग आउट समथिंग कॉल्ड क्लिनिकल प्रोफेसर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, जो कि यूएस और यूके में इट्स बीन गोइंग ऑन सिंस 2009 and 8, which means corporate people who have a wealth of experience are teaching in colleges. Now India took us 25 years to realize that these are the people who bring what we call the corporate connect to the education connect. It took us 25 years. So we are a country of procrastinators. Especially in education, we love procrastinating. अगर COVID नहीं हुआ होता, तो you think we would have had an edtech industry? No. Because necessity is the mother of invention. And India has been plagued by that. Therefore, universities, I hate to say it, need to quickly grow up, because जो foreign competition India में आ रहा है, it is going to make most of these Indian universities very redundant. Because the foreign universities are very practical, innovative. They look at the quality of teaching, not degrees and UGC. They're bypassing. UGC अपने आप में खुद बोल रही है कि we want you to hire clinical professors of practices from corporate. Now UGC ने mandate निकाल दिया है, so universities are realizing that they are at fault.
And I feel very bad to say that, like you said, अभी 25 साल लग गए
हम्म,
एक सिस्टम को लाने में, एंड स्टिल अभी भी हम बात करते हैं कि हम फॉरेन एजुकेशन सिस्टम को लेकर आ रहे हैं, बट इट्स जस्ट द नोटिसेस.
हम्म,
There are multiple notices by UGC, multiple entry exit options, dual degree, and there is just one notice, and then they will not say a word about it.
absolutely.
Students are confused, and मतलब बच्चों को पता ही नहीं चल रहा कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. देर आर मैनी स्टूडेंट्स हु आस्क मी कि हम बीटेक और MBBS साथ में कर सकते हैं. प्रैक्टिकली इफ़ वी थिंक कि दोनों ही ऐसी डिग्रीज है जो साथ में नहीं करनी चाहिए, नहीं हो सकती, बट एज पर डुअल डिग्री दे कैन डू इट, एंड देर इज नो वर्ड्स फ्रॉम UGC. सो दिस इज समथिंग वेरी मच लैकिंग बिहाइंड इन द इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम, कि हम कुछ नया ले तो आते हैं बट उसके बारे में फिर बात नहीं करते हैं. आपको कन्फ्यूजन में हमेशा के लिए डाल
Sure.
देते हैं.
If you remember, unfortunately, we'll have to quote an example of typical movies that were made in India about, the colloquial mindset. जिसे कहते हैं कि fixed mindset. If you remember the Three Idiots की story where एक ranking लाने के लिए what all they have to do and how students are even bullied by their so-called people जो उनके mentor होने चाहिए, जो उनको guide करने चाहिए. They are not just forget about guiding them, they're bullying them. Right?
Yes.
I mean, Bollywood tried to explain it, industry has been talking about it, but you're absolutely right that the biggest problem for students is उनको guidance और उनको pathway क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है, because Indian education system private है, number one, detached है. Schools are never interested to shake hands with universities so that there's a guiding system. See, in every country, Finland has number one education system in the world,
Yes.
and the reason being, right from kindergarten till the time the child becomes an adult and goes to higher education, there's a connected pathway. Because I might be studying in some X school, and that school is only interested till 12th. राइट अगर उसकी उनकी अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी होगी तो they'll try to sell that kid कि हाँ चलो आप यहाँ पे करो, नहीं होगी तो they'll be like not our problem, right? University is not interested in creating a pathway between school कि okay now you're coming from school, let's start an immersion program in 10th 9th 11th 12th. सिंपल एग्जाम्पल दैट यू राइटली सेड, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी हमने इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद 1960 में लिखी थी, उसके बाद हमें 2020 में उसको रिवाइज किया है.
Revised.
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज 0%, which was already predicted by people like me in 2020 that theoretically पेपर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है बट इसको हम कभी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करेंगे. एंड यू जस्ट सेड इट राइटली दैट हमने NEP डॉक्यूमेंट निकाल दिया, एग्जीक्यूशन आज हम 2025 में बैठे 5 years में 0% है.
0%, and we talk about 50% of gross enrollment ratio.
No, I mean in terms of unemployability of colleges, college age students who are passing out of colleges, we are the third worst country in the world. You can imagine, and unemployability of college graduates, हमारे ऊपर सिर्फ South Africa है and Iran, and then it's us. So you can imagine in this world, where are we? If we are calling ourselves such a developing economy, data doesn't lie. We are the third poorest when it comes to employability for college, post-college life.
Yeah. PhD in India, and now this online DBA has been introduced, which is from some foreign university only. So how different it is, like PhD abroad and online DBA?
That's a good question. See, PhD abroad, आज की डेट में I can give you my example. I did my PhD in sustainability from Kyoto University in Japan. And the reason is I would have loved to do PhD in my area of research in India, but India में sustainability में PhD है ही नहीं. I could not get a research grant. A university which is as old as any university in India, University of Kyoto is one of the oldest universities of the world, still gave me a research grant to do a PhD there. Reason being, a typical PhD that we do from a foreign country, for example, वो PhD में फिर भी वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन क्यों है? क्योंकि वहाँ पे आपको प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा. यू विल एक्चुअली गेट टू वर्क अलॉन्ग व्हेन यू डूइंग योर PhD. यू विल हैव अ स्टाइपेंड, यू विल बी टेकन एज अ प्रोफेशनल, यू विल ऑल्सो बी टीचिंग. And when you defend your research paper, it will be a proper system. Whereas PhD in India, 95% of the students जो इंडिया में PhD करते हैं, अगर आप उनसे रिसर्च इंडेक्स पूछे कि आपने कभी ABDC पे पेपर पब्लिश किया, आपने स्कोपस पे कुछ किया, तो आपको 0 मिलेगा. केस स्टडीज पब्लिश की नहीं की, बिकॉज प्रोफेसर्स ने खुद ही नहीं किए तो बच्चे को कैसे बताएंगे. Whereas an online DBA in India, which we are getting from foreign universities, is very practical, entrepreneurial. It celebrates students who have their own mindset to the point जो research हम करते हैं DBA में, it is action research. We are not trying to solve, हम those are 18 से भी पुरानी केस स्टडीज डीबीएस में रिडंडेंट मानते हैं. Nobody is allowed to even pick up a research which is older than 5 years. So it is very action oriented. आज के दिन में जो प्रॉब्लम है, DBA is trying to solve that in business. And not just today, by 2030 जिस तरह की एम्प्लॉयमेंट वर्ल्ड में होगी AI बेस्ड, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आर जियो पॉलिटिक्स, दैट इज वॉट अ टिपिकल DBA इज गिविंग यू, अ फॉरेन DBA. बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ द फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज दैट आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन इंडिया हैव ऑलरेडी रियलाइज कि कल को अगर मुझे लीडर्स निकालने हैं नेक्स्ट 5 years में, किस तरह के लीडर्स चाहिए. दे आर थिंकिंग फॉर द फ्यूचर. हम अभी भी पास्ट में प्रेजेंट को चला रहे हैं, वो प्रेजेंट को फ्यूचर में चला रहे हैं. बिग डिफरेंस.
So you mean that there is some kind of racket going on this patent thing?
कि जो बच्चे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में एडमिशन लेते हैं फॉर मास्टर्स एंड डॉक्टर्स, उनको रिसर्च पेपर 1-1 लाख पे बेचा जाता है. दिस इज अ नोन फैक्ट. अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई कांट नेम देम, बट फॉर 1 lakh यू कैन बाय अ रिसर्च पेपर इन इंडिया एंड पब्लिश.
ऐसा भी होता है. I mean,
Absolutely.
this is something.
It's an yeah. There is, see, unfortunately, for the benefit of listeners and viewers, we have to talk about the factor that patents जो हैं, naturally in India you would see a lot of patents. If you like to dig into it, you will find that there is a massive black market when it comes to patenting. There's a massive unfortunate black market, and the sad part I must say here is that these patents or these research papers and publications are being sold by educators, are being sold by people who should be protecting them, teaching the younger ones not to do it, but it's the opposite.
So इंडिया में रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट में जो एक बजट एलोकेट होता है, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी लेस. व्हाई इज दैट सो?
See, if you talk about the 25-26 budget, so Nirmala Sitharaman ji ने 20,000 CR का बजट जो R&D को दिया, which is out of a GDP of 1 lakh crore,
1 lakh.
which is even less than 1% of the
1%.
GDP. So you can imagine the value given to this area of R&D research. I mean, जो कि अगर देखा जाए कंट्री की डेवलपमेंट, कंट्री की मूवमेंट आगे इज बिकॉज ऑफ रिसर्च एंड इनोवेशन.
Research and
अगर उसको आप लेस देन 1% की इंपॉर्टेंस देते हो अपनी कंट्री की फाइनेंशियल कह लीजिए प्रिडिक्शन में, दैट स्पीक्स वॉल्यूम्स. आई मीन इन कंट्रीज विच आर इवन डेवलपिंग 70% of investments are happening from private companies, whereas in India it's just 35%, which is absolutely abysmal and low.
And we cannot even compare it with the big countries like USA or Germany.
No,
It is even behind. India is even behind Chile and
Brazil, we are behind countries like Chile, Brazil, whereas Brazil's economy has been struggling more than India, but still they are still able to allocate from private funds up to 70%, whereas India is still sitting at 35%. So that speaks that despite being a struggling economy like Brazil and Chile, being a poor nation, they still are trying their best, because every country's wealth is only built if the education infrastructure is strong. Nobody has to go far away. That's why I repeat the story of Finland. फिनलैंड ने अपनी कंट्री को ठीक करने के लिए सिर्फ एक चीज़ की, एजुकेशन सिस्टम को ठीक किया. हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स पे फिनलैंड इज नंबर 1, इंडिया इज द सेकेंड बॉटम पे अनहैप्पीएस्ट कंट्री ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. That speaks volume about our education system.
And there is a big startup culture going on in India.
See, startup culture unfortunately now has just become I would say a soap opera. जो हम एक टाइम पे टीवी देखते थे क्योंकि सास भी कहो ही बहू थी, अब वो एक शार्क टैंक बन गया है. शार्क टैंक के नाम पे I think Piyush Goyal spoke recently about the fact that we have to change the perspective of Shark Tank में क्या हो रहा है. Bringing in products or bringing in people who are actually not inventing anything, and it is just trying to get views out of it. ये innovation के नाम पे
Bringing in cheap labors.
It is bringing in only cheap labors. We have to look at ये जो हमारे youngsters हैं जिनकी हम बात करते हैं, how many of them actually end up reaching to Shark Tank? Very less. And commercial value Shark Tank की बहुत high है, but actual जो वहाँ से products निकल रहे हैं, they are sometimes laughable products that they're bringing in. We should be in fact looking at Shark Tank as one of our premium institutions to bring top innovators.
Yes.
But वो नहीं हो रहा है.
We should be working more on robotics, AI.
Absolutely.
But what we are working on, like different flavors of ice cream or
Absolutely.
cookies.
So it's become a very commercialized joke, and say unfortunately हमने because of television we have commercialized it to the point that we've got, as I said, it's become a soap opera. It has got no tangible you can say reality to possibly what's happening in Shark Tanks across the board. Now, just like American Idol, India has American Idol, sure. See, वहाँ पे you can use music and creativity. This is about possibly creating the future leaders. So you have to be very mindful कि तुम किस तरह के लोगों को आगे प्रमोट कर रहे हो. क्या कंट्री का तुम्हारा फेस साड़ीज एंड आइसक्रीम्स है कि आर वी गोइंग टू ऑल्सो डू समथिंग इन AI? आर वी गोना डू समथिंग इन रोबोटिक्स? आर वी गोइंग टू शो दैट ऑन Shark Tank? Not. That is important.
that is actually
Because
going
that's
to
the
change
face
the
of our
lives of
Shark.
people and create jobs.
Absolutely, and also it shows the brand visibility of us as a country. That are we interested more in, as you said, different flavors of ice cream, or are we more interested in being partners in the global race towards AI dominance?
Yes. So, as you said earlier, that MBA, DBA is the next MBA.
Yep.
So, is online MBA actually dying? Do you think that?
See, in a way, a lot of students. The reason why I said DBA is the new MBA is that a lot of working professionals, I should say, who realized that पहले we had an old school mindset कि आप जो भी बैचलर्स करते हैं उसके बाद आपने MBA करना ही करना है. You would go to an MBA college. बट उसमें से कितनों को जॉब मिलता था और उनकी क्या LPA सैलरी होती थी, वी ऑल नो द रियल स्टोरी ऑफ MBA स्टूडेंट्स स्ट्रगलिंग वर्किंग लिटरली एज डेली वेज वर्कर्स. So DBA, why it will replace MBA completely in our country, especially when I talk about online DBA, because 95% से ज़्यादा जो वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल जिन्होंने MBA नहीं की और अब उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ में 10 साल काम कर लिया, 12 साल काम कर लिया, they are at good positions, they are, as I told you, financially very sound. Why would they go back to doing an MBA? They would go for straight DBA, because DBA is what we call a terminal qualification. It's a doctorate of business administration. Not talking about the title of the qualification, I'm talking about what is taught in a DBA, online DBA. That will have more impact on that person या वो जिस भी कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज DBA में यही तो पढ़ाया जाता है कि प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, हाउ डू वी सॉल्व देम, right? So what we wanted to do with MBA is now being replaced because working professionals will not backtrack. If I'm a working professional, मैंने 12 साल काम किया, let's say 15 साल काम किया, will I go back to doing a master's? No, I will go to doing a doctorate in business.
So, if I get a chance, I have a 10 years of experience, I'll go
Yeah.
for DBA program rather than going for a
Absolutely.
for a MBA program, and then I'll do
Yeah,
the
because
PhD or
you're
getting a
wasting 10
doctor's
years.
title.
You're absolutely right. See, it's not just, as you rightly said, it's not just about the title though, because 10 years you work, 15 years you work. Now you will go for because MBAs are always, unfortunately, हमारी country में हमने MBA को एक mid level, it's an entry level point, right? Whereas you have worked for so many years, you will go for the best qualification available, which is a doctorate in business administration. Problem क्या हो रही है कि herd mentality है कि सबको लगता है कि हाँ MBA तो करनी ही है, पर MBA में क्या करोगे? Is it आप MBA में आते हो, 6 महीने आप लगाते हो, आप बोलते हो मैं business analytics में MBA करूँगा, suddenly you realize it's too technical for me, I can't do it, then you're like, okay, I'll switch to supply chain. You don't even know what is supply chain and management because आपने तो उसमें कभी काम नहीं किया है, and then you're like, इसमें तो मुझे करियर ही नहीं करना logistics में, and then 90% of the times जितने भी MBA हम बेच रहे हैं ऑनलाइन आज की हमारी इंडस्ट्री में, वी आर गिविंग एडमिशंस राइट फ्रॉम IIMs एंड एवरीवन, बट वी डोंट टॉक अबाउट ड्रॉप आउट रेट्स. वी डोंट नो हाउ मेनी आर कंप्लीटिंग. आई कैन गिव यू सर्टेन फैक्ट्स व्हिच बिकॉज़ आई हैव बीन वर्किंग विद दीस फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज. Majority of the foreign universities जिनकी QS रैंकिंग इज स्टिल प्रीटी मीडियोकर, उनकी पासिंग रेट इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स की सिर्फ 50% है in each batch, because they do not know what direction or stream they want to follow. And by the time, because उनको research mindset नहीं है, they don't know how to write a research proposal या final thesis कैसे लिखा जाता है, उनको कोई guidance नहीं मिली है कि business analytics में मैं problem statement क्या लेके आ रहा हूँ. इंडिया में जो research mindset है उससे मे बी हम फिर भी bypass कर लें, but with the foreign MBA they will be penalizing you because they'll be like आपका research question ही accept नहीं होता है. 6 महीने स्टूडेंट्स को लग जाते हैं रिसर्च क्वेश्चन बनाने में, बिकॉज उनको पता नहीं कि रिसर्च क्वेश्चन कैसे बनाया.
That means almost 50% students don't even pass.
No, general statistic is anywhere between 55 to 60% students are not passing in online MBAs, and unfortunately that is a figure that is not spoken about. And the funny factor is उनमें से कितने स्टूडेंट्स disgruntled होकर लॉसूट्स जो कर देते हैं बैक ऑन edtechs और अदर कंपनीज, वो फिगर्स आपको ऑनलाइन नहीं मिलेंगी. Nobody is going to talk about that, but this is a known reality of the industry. But did I pick up any skill? वो क्वेश्चन if I ask, people don't give me a straight answer, right? Skill development actually means that you actually have some skill set with which you can actually develop or be good at a job, or you're a problem solver, you're an innovator. That is not happening in our country. We have always been obsessed with percentile, and हमारे यहाँ पे सिस्टम है कि percentile इतना आएगा तो यहाँ एंट्री मिल जाएगी, इतना परसेंट आएगा तो यहाँ एंट्री मिल जाएगी. सो एक रैट रेस चल रही है. क्या कोई स्किल सीखा है, वो क्वेश्चन हम नहीं पूछते हैं until and unless जब हम जॉब्स में लोगों को बिठा देते हैं.
And what do you think is the reason behind the dropout rate of PhD students?
See, the dropout rate of PhD student is very simple. That unfortunately, I hate to say this, but interest. When it comes to PhD dropout rate, because there is no industry to support a research. We just spoke about the fact कि हमारा less than 1% GDP research में involved है. कल को अगर मैं PhD कर रहा हूँ, मेरे career options क्या हैं? Am I doing it just for academic benefits? अगर आप चाहते हो कि आपके टाइटल के साथ PhD लग जाए, वेरी गुड. पर अगर आपको उसको जॉब में यूज़ करना है, आपने कल को उसको एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी के लिए यूज़ करना है, आपने कल को उससे आगे रिसर्च लिखनी है, इनोवेशन करनी है, then the answer is no. A lot of students, or I would say even young professionals जो PhD करते हैं, halfway through the time, because the length is sometimes so long, it takes so long for small things to happen in a PhD, a lot of them lose interest. And it's not that they came in without interest. A lot of them had faith, came with fire, but slowly they start losing faith in the system because the system is not giving them reasons to stay.
So, as the new industry is introducing online DBA as the better and and best option over PhD, then what is the salary difference between both of them?
See, if I'm looking at a PhD salary would anyways be, as I told you, unless and until आप एक tenured professor बन जाते हैं, आप कहते हैं कि कल को I'm going to become a dean, या आप बनते हैं कल को स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल, कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल, स्कूल तो छोड़िए. These days 90% of even school principals की mandatory है कि you should have a doctorate. But the problem is, if you're not working in the education industry, which is the rest of the industry, your PhD salaries are only limited to these areas, 30, 40, 50, whatever, whether you're working in tier 2, tier 1. With the DBA, as I told you in the starting, the advantage is, A, you're already working. Even if you're not working, you are looking at a salary bracket which is going to be in the top 2% or top 5% of the country. Whereas with the PhD, your salary brackets are going to either revolve around education, and unfortunately, because we have not yet become a research-oriented country, so if you are going to make a career as a researcher or even a research scientist for that matter, that is again a very small populace of a country. The rest of them can't make it, right? Because the process is slow. Therefore, DBA salaries, the Doctorate of Business Administration salaries, suppose I'm working in a company as a senior manager and I want to apply for VP, right? I'm going to do a DBA and internally get promotion because I have a doctorate in business administration, let's say in statistics or data integration. And it's an AI-based degree because my company needs that. So why would my company go outside and hire someone when my own senior manager wants to apply for VP? Yeah. Simple logic.
So in the end, I really wanted to know the game changer fields or specialization of online DBA.
See, right now the biggest, what we call about the hot stuff or the most sought out course जिसे कहते हैं, that is obviously DBA and Gen AI, right? But उसमें भी Gen AI में we have to be very careful कि हमने Gen AI में क्या करना है. Like क्या हमने कल को, was I working let's say as a UX or UI designer जो मैं coding में था, and now I want to take my coding to the next level using AI. मैंने new algorithms develop करनी है, I'm going to go into big data. Then you go for ML, machine learning. But a guy like me who doesn't know anything from data tech or machine learning, I end up taking a Gen AI course, I'll absolutely fail. It'll be like, it's like rabbit in the headlights. I can't understand a single word. Yeah. I have to look, if I was personally looking at a course, I would say, okay, I love data. I want to do data analysis. मुझे using AI, मुझे predictive analysis करना है. Using AI, मैंने content development करना है. मुझे critical papers पर research करनी है. Now AI is giving us so much options. Already paid premium versions of ChatGPT has deep research, has tools where the kind of research that we couldn't do before, we can do in 5 minutes. But the point is how to do it. There are two kinds of learners. एक learner होगा जो self directed है, वो खुद सीख लेगा AI को use करना. दूसरा learner होगा बोलेगा नहीं मुझे सिखाओ. तो मैं उनको यही कहूँगा कि before you want to learn, which is good, be careful what you're stepping into. A, is it applicable to your career? B, are you only doing it because it is trending? If it is trending, क्या उसकी value proposition आपके career में है? If yes, go for it. And 3, be very careful. Don't go into a course which is data tech if you're not from a mathematics background. If you're not from a coding background, अगर आप algorithm नहीं लिख रहे हैं कल को, you're not going into big data sciences, then be careful on that. But yes, course wise, this is the number one thing. See, AI will be required for every field. My TED talk that I had given 3 years back had already predicted that the future of education is in every field is going to be AI based. So age of singularity already aa chuki hai, which 2030 we will have AI more intelligence, having critical thinking intelligence and human intelligence. We call it the age of singularity, right? Machine learning, alien technology. We use the word alien because alien intelligence is AI's capability of thinking faster and more critically than the human brain, which is going to happen. But our job is उसको उस intelligence को synthesize कैसे करना है, use कैसे करना है for our specific job, business, whatever we're doing. Then we do need a course for sure. If we feel that we are not self-directed learners, then we should definitely do a course in AI. But let's be careful. Just like हमने MBA की बात की ना, there are different streams. In the same way, AI के अंदर different streams निकल गई हैं. तो be careful कि कौन सी stream आपके लिए applicable.
So this is the end of the podcast, and I think हमने काफ़ी कुछ डिस्कस करा आज के सेशन में,
Right.
एंड काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें एक्चुअल में मुझे नहीं पता थी, तो आई एम श्योर कि स्टूडेंट्स को भी नहीं पता होंगी. एंड देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ रियलिटीज़, अ लॉट ऑफ डार्क रियलिटी बिहाइंड द एजुकेशन सिस्टम, एंड आई think there will be always.
Absolutely. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. You know, this has been a very candid conversation. And I think this kind of a conversation is needed because, you know, we have to look at all sides of the coin before taking a decision. And there is still time for our system to bring in more integrity. And हमारी country में बहुत potential है. Youngsters के अंदर बहुत potential है. We should give them the right pathway. It is our responsibility as adults because ये जो youngsters हैं कल को यही हमारे leader होंगे, तो we have to decide किस तरह के leaders हम चाहते हैं जो हमें lead करेंगे कल. And I think with that point, taking education seriously is important.